What's up, everyone? Welcome to another brand new episode of the Ease Your Mind podcast. I'm your host and coach, Rais van der Schyff, with you every Monday and Thursday to bring you little bits of motivation and tools to help you get on your way to living your best life. Today's episode is all about how to plan your actions to almost guarantee you will achieve all your goals, and we'll also discuss the best way to take the necessary action that you have planned out for yourself. If you have been following the podcast from episode 1, you will now have set out all the goals you need to accomplish by the end of this year that will turn you into the person that will be living their very best life. All the exercises can be found in the Ease Your Mind book, which is currently available for free. The book is described as a guide to living your best life and can be found at www.salar.co.za/easeyourmind. salar.co.za/easeyourmind. The book is available for free for a limited time, as a full-length, more detailed version will be released very soon. Alright, let's dive in. So I really hope that you have all your goals that you want to achieve this year written down properly, like we discussed 2 episodes ago, and that you have easy access to it. I want you to take a moment to read through it, and when you are done, tell yourself how proud you are, because not a lot of people make it this far. And the fact that you have set your goals, your intentions, and your why means that you are going to achieve everything that you wrote down. No matter how many times you've tried before or how scary it may seem, this is your time to shine. So the next thing you need to ask yourself is how? How am I going to achieve all of this by the end of the year? And the short answer to that is by proper planning. You are now going to clearly take notes on how you are going to achieve all of your goals. The first thing you're going to do today is look at what are the things that you must sacrifice in order to achieve your goals. Sacrifice is very important because you have developed bad habits and traits that have caused you to stagnate in life. To get to the point in life where you are radiating goodness, you have to get rid of the bad as well as sacrifice things that are low priority to you. Things you may need to sacrifice are things like sleep. Maybe you need to wake up earlier or go to sleep later while you're working on your goals. What about friends? Friendships are incredibly important for growth, as long as they are the right friendships. If you have friends that you know will keep you in the same place as you are now, no matter how much you like or care for them, then you may need to sacrifice the time you spend with them. Remember, a real friend supports and encourages your progress no matter what they believe. Money is also something you need to sacrifice. If you are going to start a business to boost your career, then you may need to use the money you plan for a holiday to get this going. Yes, a holiday is amazing, but achieving your goal could allow you to go on holidays whenever you feel like it. So the holiday at the end of this year could also be something that you may need to sacrifice. At the end of the day, those goals you wrote down lead you to the life you want to live. Is one holiday or unsupportive friend or an extra hour of sleep really worth you not living your best life? Let's start planning your goals. So if you have been doing your goal setting exercises properly, you should have deadlines for your goals. I will assume all your goals written down are to be accomplished by the end of this year. So you have a deadline, which is step 1 of planning. The next step is to break the main goal into smaller chunks to make achieving the goal more manageable. So let's break it down into monthly goals. You need to commit to what actions you will take every month to achieve that goal. So let's say one of your financial goals is to save 10,000 Rand by the end of this year. For many of you, that's not an easy task, but let's say you have 11 months to do so. Then this means every month you need to save at least 910 Rand. So at the end of Feb, you will need to have 910 Rand saved. At the end of March, you will need to have 1,820 Rand saved, and so it goes on. So write down how much you will have saved by the end of every month until you get to the end of December, and it will be 10,000 Rand. Now you need to break down each month. For the sake of simplicity, let's look at the whole of Feb. There are 4 weeks in Feb, and this means you need to save at least 230 Rand every week to achieve this month's goal. So how are you going to do this? Maybe sacrifice takeouts just for this month, or start carpooling to save petrol money. Maybe you can cancel a subscription to something you really don't need. You need to decide how you are going to save 230 Rand every week. You could even go a step further and see how you can save every day. If you save 32 Rand and 50 cents every day for the month of Feb, you would save 230 Rand every week. By the end of the month, you would reach your target of 910 Rand. And the great thing here is that because you have achieved this in Feb, you can easily do the same in March. And by getting into the habit of doing this every month, you are guaranteed to save that 10,000 Rand by the end of the year. You need to be dedicated to these plans 100%. You can't choose to skip saving one day and save double the next day. If you do that, you are developing the bad habit of not saving every day. Your mind is so powerful, and if you skip just one day or 1 week, your mind will get into the habit of skipping more. Train yourself to overcome the uncomfort, and the result will be success. This will work for all of your goals. If you want to lose 20 kilograms by the end of the year, all you need to do is lose half a kilo a week. Now, I'm no fitness or health expert, but my brain tells me that if I were to walk for 30 minutes every day and completely cut sugar out of my life, I will most likely lose half a kilo a week. So go ahead, plan out your goals so that it's not a scary monster looking at you from the distance, but little breadcrumbs that will lead you to your success. You can set goals and plan until you're blue in the face, but if you don't action on it, then all that effort you put into setting those goals and plans was a waste of time. An action plan is something that you need to set out on a weekly basis. I usually develop my action plan every Sunday night. The first step to developing a rock-solid action plan is to analyze and prepare. You need to look at your previous week, see what worked and what didn't, and then prepare your next week. Things don't always go according to plan, and sometimes you may just miss a goal for a week, no matter how dedicated you were to achieving it. By analyzing the week before, you can pick up the mistakes you made as well as what was good and create a stronger action plan to succeed in the next week. The beauty of this is that you can track your progress every single week, and you'll build that sense of accomplishment as you progress. The next step is then to prioritize. You know what to do and what not to do. Now you prioritize your actions based on importance and time. I find the best way to do this is to list every single thing that I must do to achieve my goal for the end of the week. From work to gym to gardening to doing dishes, write it all down. This allows you to see everything you need to do to have a successful week, but it also makes sure that you don't deviate from the goal by doing unnecessary time-wasting things. Once you have that list, you sit down with your diary or your planner and you start filling in your days. This is the third and final step to an action plan: organizing. Start with the things that are set in stone and are unchangeable and fill it into your diary. These are your fixed activities. You can't deviate from these activities. For example, if you choose to get yourself a coach and you to meet every Wednesday at 9 a.m., that is a fixed activity. It can't be changed. The rest, your flexible activities, you can play around to make sure your days are not jam-packed and that you give yourself time to do the things you also enjoy, like video games or drawing or whatever it may be. By planning all of this out, you have given yourself all the proof you need that you will be successful. You have literally guided yourself to have a successful week, which leads to a successful month and will lead to a successful year, which in turn becomes years that ultimately becomes a successful life. If you don't have a diary or a planner, you can always use an app on your phone, but the Ease Your Mind book has a very simple template that you can use to plan out your weeks effectively. You'll find it in chapter 6. Alright, that is it for today's episode. I really hope you can start seeing a change take place in your life. Very important, guys. Don't wait for Sunday or next week or tomorrow to develop a good plan or action plan. Start right now. Imagine you miss your deadline for the end of the year because you wasted a few days. Take action now. Take control and be responsible for your journey. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if this has helped you in any way, please share the podcast with someone you love and care about so that together we can be the change in someone else's life. Please also follow me on Instagram for more content and little bits of inspiration to help you get through the week. The details are in the podcast description. If you are having any trouble making progress in your life or feel that you are destined for bigger things but you just don't know where to start, hit me up at rais@sailor.co.za so that we can get you progressing to your best life. That's it from me, guys. Take it easy.